Let me see it.
You gonna get us copyright problem. So if you don't turn that off so we can finish this. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Royalty Recapping Traitors Season 3, Episode 5. I am your host, Big D, aka Derek F., also known as Dylan's other side chick to Rob's side chick. As you can see with the hat, I'm a part of the backwards hat gang because we're all just banging each other at this point.
Well, what up, though? I'm Tiffany. TIP, straight up out the 313. Big T, Big Tiff, Big T, IP, Big Tiffy Toes. It is B. It's me, because I be the realest, and I be the chillest, and I be the illest, and you be...
I don't know where this is coming from. I really don't know, but to each his own. Whatever you want to do, I'm here to support. Now, Tiffany, before we start, guys, please like, subscribe, comment. We want you guys to get these notifications. We are still recapping, and we still have more things to happen that you don't even know yet. Also, I want to tell you guys... Wait, before I start, Tiffany, how are you doing?
You're so sweet. I'm doing just debonair and fine. Fine as wine. Mm-hmm.
Debonair, you sound like the veterinarian for a second.
The veterinarian. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Trying to get this poof together. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Tiff, before I get into everything else, I want to talk to you because I know I have an update. I did end up going to the church seminar, okay? I know you guys are wondering, okay? I went to the church seminar and I made Tiffany also listen in to that which was...
I had to go to church.
The gentleman. Yeah, whatever. The gentleman, whatever, congregation, whatever, get together. The men's. Okay. And, I will say this. Mm-hmm. It was exactly what I thought, like how you said it was going to be.
Okay.
And I officially am now going by Brother Derek.
Brother Derek.
Okay, they wanted me to talk so badly. I did not talk. I listened the whole time because Tiffany told me once again, you are here to listen.
You are a student.
I don't know if you have any feedback, Tiffany, but all I just keep remembering is being saved. Once you're saved, you'll be on the right path. And when you're saved, you will not have the distractions of social media and everything else. Once you're saved, and then you'll be able to have your man and you'll be the man of the house and the children and everything that comes with it because you're saved by God himself. You don't have to sit there and defend your religion to anybody else.
No. Yes, you do.
Oh.
The whole point is, do you have the tools and the resources you need to step out here and defend your faith? Are you weaponized enough? You have enough information? Is your ground a solid foundation for you to defend your faith? Because once you are saved, then you can lead your household. Then your wife will love and respect you. You can be the man of the house, and your children will lead by example and covet them and lead them on the way, in the path, so that they do not go astray.
Being saved. What, as they say?
You got to be saved.
Being saved.
Being saved.
So
got to be saved.
We sat
At the end of the day, got to be saved.
We sat there for an hour
because a lot of them hadn't been saved. They were before. They have been in a place in their life where they was not saved. They was heathens like you.
Yes, like me. So
they was on the wrong path, but they found God.
They found God, and I will say this: I do believe in God. I praise God in my own way, in the comfort of whatever's comfortable for me. It's not my thing. My aunt, I appreciate her just trying to open the path in the door, but I really was not, like, I wasn't comfortable because of how they were throwing this word around saved so much, and how it made me feel like, are you saying because, like, I'm on social media? Like, like, just the things that I normally do.
Well, they're just saying you ain't saved.
Right. Yes. So.
And you're different. You're on the outside. You out there. You got to come on in here. You got to come on in here and get saved. Get right with God.
And get God.
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 And the Lord. Because the Lord.
And the Lord. The
Lord.
God.
Yes, yes. If you want to go to the white man's heaven, you got to be saved.
Yes.
Because don't forget now. Don't forget. I don't know what Bible everybody got at home, but I don't think it got no black authors in it. So I'm gonna be quiet because I don't want to rub nobody the wrong way. Now, yes, I am a believer of God. I know where my blessings come from. I just don't believe in white Jesus. That's all.
Woo!
Black Jesus.
Woo!
Christian, you believe in black Jesus?
Not Christian. Now leave that poor boy alone. Now, speaking of things that we believe in, what we do believe in is that we are now at the turret where we left off after Bob, the drag queen, the drag, Bob Q, Bob BDQ, by BQ, Bob DQ. I'm just naming all the names that Bob has been named.
TDQ.
Thank you, Bob TDQ.
TDQ.
The drag queen.
Bob the queen.
Bob the queen.
And last but not least, Bob the dragon.
Bob the dragon, or
let's not forget
Bob the builder.
Bob the builder.
Okay, so Bob has left the castle, and we are back at the turret where now Danielle, Carolyn, and Rob have to talk about what just happened. And they take these hoodies off, okay? And as Tiffany said, I was happy to see that Danielle turned into the big brother Tiffany for a second by being like, oh, explain that. Like, very soft-spoken, very, got you, tell me how did we get to this? What happened? But in this moment, we're cutting to Danielle and Carolyn's green screen of them being pissed, of being like, we're supposed to protect each other. Now we know we cannot trust Bob. It is clearly like, Bob is calling the shots, and I'm sorry, I'm calling him Bob. Please forgive me. Rob is calling the shots.
I was letting you too, because I in my notes I got Bob somewhere for Rob.
It's okay.
Too many Bobs and Robs.
Yeah.
Two Bobs, one Rob. It's like two balls and a. Go ahead. Two Bobs, two Bobs,
two
Bobs
two
and
balls. I know two balls is Rob and Dylan. Two balls, one hat. One person, one mouth. Got it. Now, we're back to this. So the girls, the women are very upset. I get it. Rob is calling the shots. They're seeing that. And now they're having this conversation. He's trying to explain, like, why it happened. And Carolyn.
Well, the first thing he does say to them, he starts this off by saying, I would never come for either of you. Unless you come for me. And as I said in my last episode, I stand 10 toes down in what I said. I knew that's why he came for him. And I knew that was going to be his defense. And I know that that's the type of player he is. He made it very clear. I won't come for you if you don't come for me. And Danielle says, I am not coming for you.
You hear that voice? That's the big brother Danielle that we want.
And Carolyn's eyes are rolling around everywhere. She looking at the sky, the pit, the ashes, the ground, the inside of her eyeballs. She is over it.
Okay. And I love guess what Carolyn says that I love. Okay, did he say your name exactly? Or what did Bob the drag queen say? Oh, he emphasized that the three of the Cage boys.
He implicated me in that.
And yeah, he came after me. Mm-hmm. Or did he say your name exactly? Because I don't remember him saying your name. And Carolyn's like, this is BS. Mm-hmm. This is BS.
Mm-hmm. She's like, I don't believe that Bob even said your name. But Okay.
Okay, so obviously they're debating about who to kill. He wants to kill a housewife. Let me tell you something. I don't know why we're trying to kill the housewives. I don't know it was because of Phaedra being so iconic last season, but we are killing the wrong people. But he wants to kill a housewife. Carolyn and Danielle are like, no. Carolyn's definitely like, no, we have to stop with the housewives.
Yeah.
But he's saying, imagine how chaotic it would be. But guess what? Guess what Danielle does?
Carolyn was one of the Bambis. She said, and Danielle was kind of on board with her with that. I think she wants Gabby. And Danielle's like, I mean, it's the three of them. And then Bob makes a point of saying, but they didn't even vote the same. So even though they're together, or we look at them as a unit, they're not even voting the same.
But here's the one part I want to point out. I want to see if you caught this too. After, them debating, after a while, I want to cut the breakfast because I'm going to get back to why I say I love what you said last week about needing Danielle to play like how you said she should be playing. Okay? We cut the breakfast. Dylan walks in, Tom walks in, Danielle walks in. Now, Dylan walks in with what? A backwards hat because he's so obsessed with Boston Rob. At this point, he is Massachusetts to Boston's Rob. He is Massachusetts Dylan at this point. Okay?
Damn. Okay.
That's how close they are at this point.
I am so aloof to fashion. I pay no attention. It's got to be some real. I don't know what gets my attention. I don't know. I didn't even notice that.
Money gets your attention. Hey, how about you?
What do need? What do need?
Come on down. Okay, so Dylan got his back. Dylan got his backward hats on because he's obsessed. Now, everybody else comes in, and Brittany turns to Nikki, and I love when Brittany talks because Brittany turns to Nikki, and them two have a conversation trying to be like, I'm a little bit worried, also with Chriselle, that they're probably going to get rid of the Bambis to try to throw us off to think like, obviously it's like one of us or something. Which I love they caught on to that, where they were like, if they get rid of one of us, it's because we already know what it is. So, it comes down to the house. I think it comes down to Robin, Sam, Britney Spears' ex, and who was the last one? Was it Karen?
Is it Sierra?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is Sierra or Carolyn. But I just want to the reason why I want to just set that, because I want to go back. Now, Tiffany, I'm going back to the turret. Okay. Yes. And the one thing that I picked up that you said that Danielle needs to do, after realizing, obviously Boston Rob is going to get his way. We're getting rid of a housewife. Do you know what Danielle does? You know what? You're right. You know what? We should do what you want to do. I'm cool with whatever you want to do. Yep, you want to get rid of the housewife? That's fine. And that's what you need to be doing as a Big Brother player. Because guess what? You have to sit there, let somebody make that move, let them make that mistake, and then guess what? You get them when they're not expecting it. Yeah, expecting unexpected.
She said she wants to be the silent assassin, and you do have to lower a person's defenses. If you're telling me the sky is blue and I'm telling you it's green, then you're going to come back and tell me it's blue, and I'm going to say it's green. But the minute I say it is blue, there's the conversation is over. And so she's doing what she needs to do in this moment to lower his defenses about how does she feel about me, and am I still running things? You know what? Yes, you are. You're running things. Yes, you're running.
You are. You're Big Daddy. You're Big Daddy Boston Rob, baby. Like you're the mafia guy. We're just all the little side chicklins doing what you want to do, Daddy. Whatever you want to do, sir. Yes, sir, Boston Rob. Whatever you say, we're here to do. Yes, that's exactly how you gotta treat a player like this. Oh, irks my
While
nerves.
we're
Now,
at breakfast, though, before we
yes.
get into who actually is murdered, I do want to get into Carolyn comes in looking like somebody just dropped her from the roof. She just fell out of the attic into at the front door of breakfast and walked in. She is out of breath. She can't hardly breathe. She is looking around. She looked rough and tough. And I all she missing is an afro puff. She is
She looked
really
like a tumbleweed. She came like
she
the wind blew her
she
all over the
is just
place.
like
Yes. Yes.
and Dylan
Can I
looked at
ask her
that.
what did she do?
Well, they have to come down that staircase because they got to come
Oh,
downstairs.
baby, coming down the stairs, you shouldn't be out of breath.
Well, she
Like,
said
did
she
they
had
do
those
it multiple
heels on.
times?
She had those heels on. She tired. Okay, don't Carolyn. Carolyn is playing her role. I expect to see her on somebody else's network with a real role because she is a true character in rare form. Dylan looks at Danielle and he goes, you know, Carolyn just she is a mess. And Danielle says, even to herself, like, Carolyn is such a mess. I don't even know if Carolyn knows what's going on. I don't know if she's working with Boston Rob. I need to get Boston Rob out of here. And I just don't know if I can trust Carolyn. I think I need to work on getting Carolyn out so that I can get another traitor in here that will help me get Boston Rob out. The interesting thing to me is that she, oh shit, sorry.
That's exactly how I feel. Exactly what the phone just rang. Exactly how I feel. What the hell you talking about? I'm thinking about getting Carolyn out because of the fact that it would help me get out Boston Rob.
I think she's not spending enough
Paranoia.
time with Carolyn. I think especially for Carolyn and her to be a traitor, I think that they should have a little more conversation so that they can get to know each other and know what each other may be thinking. Even though it's hard to trust anybody in this game, you can assess a person's character. And you can't do it from afar because Carolyn is playing a character. So, I do wish that Danielle wouldn't take Carolyn's aloofness to be so genuine and kind of look and see like what's going on behind this facade, because everybody has a facade.
But you got to think about it. There was a moment that she did. Also, before I hop into that, Dylan, I am so tired of Dylan. Like, Dylan's not making this game fun for me.
Why?
Like, because he's saying, like, he's catching them. He goes from Bob to Danielle to Carolyn, but he can't figure out his butt buddy. It's wild to me. It's wild. I think he doesn't want it to be Boston Rob because he's so obsessed. He's so obsessed.
Of course, he doesn't want it to be him. Who wants the person that they admire to be the person that they should despise?
I guess. Listen, all I have to say is this. I want to come back to what you said. She does pull Carolyn to the side and say, how do you feel about Boston Rob? And when they were on the same wavelength, I'm just surprised. And I get it. It's the paranoia. And I get that because I feel like Danielle is in her head because she's like, I haven't competed in a long time. The fans have been waiting for me. I'm here. I got messed over in reindeer games. I got messed over on Big Brother in the past. I've trusted people. And this time around, I'm coming in this game because I watched Danielle's, we both probably have. I watched Danielle's video on Instagram that she showed before she went into the Traitors house, and she was explaining that she's going to be ruthless and unhinged and all that. So I feel like with her coming into this game, she's kind of like, I gotta do what I need to do and I don't trust nobody. But when she has this conversation with Carolyn, I feel like they were both on the same wavelength.
I did too. I felt like they both were. But I understand.
And she was giving her nuggets to let her know, girl, I'm with you.
She was. And she even confided in her. Carolyn asks Danielle, did Rob tell you he's got your back? Because he's been telling me he's got my back. That to me, when you tell me that kind of information, I feel like you want me to know that, not so that I can look suspiciously at you. Because if Carolyn was really working with Rob, there's no way she would have revealed that to Danielle, that he told me he's got my back. That was her saying, like, I'm telling you everything that he's telling me. Because if she really wanted to work with him, then she could have kept that. That would not have been something that she would have revealed. So I wish Danielle would have picked up on that a little bit, but neither here nor there. Somebody's getting murdered this morning, and who is it?
Murder! And it ends up being Robin Dixon. Now, I want to say this. I still feel the same way I feel about Robin Dixon, but she did good on this season of Traitors. I'm going to give her her flowers. That's all she get. I don't need Robin Dixon back on my TV or any of that, okay? So, she did good. But, now Black Dolores is now really fired up. She has lost all her housewives. She's the only one left. Now she's just like, I'm over it. Now she's turned. She's ready. Okay? Alan comes in. Looks like we had a murder.
First of all, Alan comes in my favorite color. I need that suit.
I should have knew that.
I need those shoes. Alan was channeling Tiffany Monique Mitchell. Okay?
Emphasis on the mother. Yes, I know that is your color. Listen, I know because she said it to us every day in the Big Brother house. Every day. Added to my list of reasons why she had to go. Now,
This song is
so, oh girl, not that. So, Alan lets everybody know, Robin is killed. So now everyone's just kind of like, don't understand why they could murder. Like, people are like, I don't really get that, but like Alan says, it's time to go do a challenge, and it has to do involved with puzzles. Go, Tiffany.
Before that happens,
are we talking about Ivan or Ivan, whatever his name is, and Wes?
So Ivar leans over and tells Boston Rob, Wes mentioned last night after the round table, how does someone know that someone is 100% a traitor? And the answer to that riddle is if they are a traitor. And Bob looks nervous. Bob looks like he does not.
Rob looks nervous. Boston Rob. Tiffany Mitchell.
And Rob looks nervous. It hits Rob that Wes's assumption of how someone would know if someone is 100% a traitor is the fact that they are also a traitor is very accurate, and it's very reasonable. Accurate. And it is very true in this instance. And he looks like he could crap himself.
I think that he looks like he could crap himself, but he also looks like he wants to get Wes.
He didn't like that.
He did not like that. He doesn't like that somebody else is onto him. And can I be honest? It's really refreshing to kind of see that Boston Rob is not going to run circles in this game like he's played other games and ran circles.
That was the impression that I got from his reaction. Was I was expecting to play a game with a bunch of rookies, with a bunch of less thans, even the ones who have played games before. I was expecting that they wouldn't be able to figure me out. And he's a little disheveled about this, and he goes straight to confront Wesley.
And you know what he goes over to Wes and says? Let me talk to you for a minute. Boston Rob rolls up on you like a mafia gangster, okay? He pulls you to the corner and lets you know. Sorry, Daddy Boston Rob. King, sir, yes, sir, Boston Rob, Okay? He is like, you said my name. I heard you say my name. But wait, before he even says that, Wes, as soon as he comes up to him, love Wes. Hey, I wanted to talk to you. People are talking about you and throwing your name out there.
Yeah, I heard it was
those people. Yeah, I heard it was you. Me. I wouldn't say that.
You didn't say my name?
No, I wouldn't
No,
say your name.
I didn't say your name. I just said you were brave, and it was something I wouldn't do. But
that's what I'm talking about. This is what I signed up for. Now, this is why I need the Cage Boys here. Because the Cage Boys are going to be on top of his ass. The rest of the Cage Boys. Now, we get to the challenge, Tiffany. No, we don't get to the challenge. We get to...
No. After, if we're going to recap, I got to
recap. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm missing something. I'm sorry.
So, after Rob confronts Wes, he goes straight to Carolyn because he has to get people on his side. He knows that people are looking at him. People don't trust him. He realizes that if not only did Wes figure this out, but Wes has planted this seed in the heads and the minds of others who could also feel that Wes may be on to something. And so Rob immediately runs to Carolyn to let her know, I 100% have your back. I've got your back to the end of this game, because he needs somebody to trust him, to work with him, to have his back. And that is when Danielle pulls Carolyn. Carolyn is being pulled every which way. That's when Danielle pulls Carolyn. And then Carolyn asks Danielle if Rob has been telling her he's got your back as well, because that's what he's been telling me. And then Danielle decides that today her mission is to throw Carolyn under the bus. And then we head to the mission.
I'm going to say this. When that happened, I jumped up out of my seat when that happened. When that happened, I jumped up out of my seat. I was like, what? You, hold up. My favorite meme. If 2 plus 2 equals 4, and 4 plus 4 equals 8, what the fuck was that? We know Boston Rob. I think he's a 2-time Survivor winner. If I'm wrong, he's played Survivor about 4 times, if I'm correct. And also just played Deal or No Deal Island. Boston Rob. Oh, and he also has a construction show on HGTV or whatever. Boston Rob. Gamer. Okay? Carolyn. Played Survivor 1 time. Really just like, you know, she seems like somebody who you could play with. She's not giving off other vibes that you would probably get from another Survivor player. Like, this ain't like Tony or something like that. Or, you know, like Carolyn, who's giving you this vibe, who's like, hey, I'm part of the new era Survivor. I'm really looking to win this game, and I want to work with people. And you sit there, and they give you the math equation, and you go, okay, Boston Rob, Carolyn, who should I go after? After this conversation, after everything that happened, after losing my ride or die player, I'm sorry, it's so funny, Tiffany, because I meant to point this out to you. She didn't say ride or die. She said ride and die. And it reminds me of that time when you...
Ride not die.
Ride
not
die. Ride when it comes to people having your back, ride and die. But you put that equation together, and I get it. Maybe you don't have a calculator. Maybe you need a pen and piece of paper to write this equation down. But if you're using your fingers, baby, it's not adding up. What'd you just say?
I think that...
Love her. Danielle, love ya. Love ya. We love you like family. But watching this and seeing you say that out your mind, babe, I don't know. When we sit down and talk to you, we got to talk about all this, because this doesn't make no sense. I'm hoping you have answers for all this, because if I'm sitting there, I don't care. That's like, if I ever play a game of Big Brother and you got some heavy hitters in there, guess what? I'd rather go home getting out the heavy hitters first. I don't care about the people that played Big Brother 1 time or the people that didn't win. I want to get the people who have won out first.
I think that We're talking about a lot of different things here. The game of Big Brother and the game of Traitors are totally different. Big Brother is a long game. It's the long con. I say it all the time. You have time to play a long con game. Traitors is a very fast-paced game. It is extremely hard to play a game that is so fast-paced and look further down the line. To put Carolyn to try to say, I'm going to kick out Carolyn, get a new traitor in here, get that traitor to help me kick out Rob. That is so many steps and so much gaming and so much strategizing into such a small amount of time. Traitors isn't the game for you to think so far ahead.
It's giving Big Brother, like you said, Tiff. It's giving Big Brother.
And Big Brother, you can do that because you got a whole week before somebody goes home. You got tomorrow. And
no, they got tonight. They got tonight, Tiff. They ain't even got tomorrow. They got tonight.
Well,
roundtables tonight.
Even worse. So when she wants to create these grandiose strategic plans of how to get rid of Rob, to me, I think that's trying to implement too much in not enough time. I would focus on trying to sway Carolyn versus trying to get, first of all, I've got to sway everybody in the house to vote Carolyn out. Got to get Carolyn out. Got to get a traitor that is going to work with me. Got to get a traitor and convince that traitor to get out Rob. Then got to get out Rob. That's so many. I'm only counting 5 steps, but I think it's probably more steps than that versus one step, which is the one person you already have with you who's in it, who's there. Sway this person to do the things that you two can possibly do together while you have somebody. It was a lot. It's far-fetched to me.
The season's already over by all that time, all that planning. That's about 5 episodes. You got to recruit a traitor. You got to hope that Boston Rob still don't get you out.
No, you got to get out Carolyn first.
You got to kick out Carolyn. You got to recruit a traitor.
You got to first sway everybody to kick out Carolyn. You can't even just kick Carolyn out.
No, but I'm just giving an example. Yeah. That's 5 episodes based on edits, based on Peacock, based on NBC Universe. Yeah. Okay? Universal. Yeah. That's 5 episodes. The season's over, babe. That's not going to happen. But let's get to the challenge. We get to the challenge.
Mission.
The challenge. I'm sorry. Mission. Thank you so much. We get to the mission, and it's a riddle mission. It's all about these urns. And it's all about, like, a little bit of... what's the word? Tiff, what's the word?
It's not like all about these urns. It's a it is a riddle, and it is all about finding the answer. It's solving the puzzle. So Alan's going to read you a riddle, and each answer is an urn that you have to find the answer. The urn that has the answer. Get to the front. Break the urn. If the urn is gold, you've got the right answer. If the urn ashes are ashes, then you have the wrong answer. You do not earn money from the group. You are eliminated from being able to compete anymore in this mission. But if you get the right answer, you get to choose a person who you'd like to select as a nominee for a shield. You select their picture. It goes on the wall, but going first has its disadvantages because anyone who wins can come up there and select any face for any picture they want, any person they want to go up for a shield. You can select yourself. You can select anyone you want. And so you also win money for the prize. And Tom Riddle.
Girl, I just look at my notes and say that. Yes, a.k.a. Vulnerable, a.k.a. he's a part of the Harry Potter series, in case you guys didn't know. That's what he was giving.
I literally didn't even know that Tom knew what game he was playing. I had no idea if he even knew where he was. I saw his outfit at breakfast. I was completely thrown off by who he even was, but I did not expect him to have a clue on how to play this game.
Like? Tom, you remember the DuckTales? The DuckTales. It was
the rich uncle.
the ducks used to wear, yes, they used to wear like the caps like they were detectives.
Yeah.
That's what Tom was giving. Okay, but at this point you got to get Tom a wand because he was the first one to go. Okay, because keep in mind there's 2 opportunities there's 2 shields in this game that you can get. But once again, like you said, Tiff, it's a disadvantage because if you end up being the first one and then somebody else comes along, it's just process of who could get there first, and there's only a certain amount of questions.
Well, Tom's strategy is to get up there quick and get a shield, whether he thinks he knows the answer or not. And Wes's strategy is, I don't want to play to win this one. And Wes is very methodical in his thinking. He's very strategic. He is going to think further ahead and in a different way, not I need to do all of these things to get this thing, but he's thinking in the long run, is this mission right here something I need to put myself in the line?
The line of fire.
Yeah, do I need to be in the line of fire for this, or is this a time where I can lay low? And so, he strategizes in that way. He said that this is one that he does not need to play to win.
Yes, and I also want to say this. Derek gets up there. He gets himself a shield. So now the 2 people that are on the shield board is Tom and is Derek. And here comes our beloved big brother sister Danielle Reyes, everybody. Danielle Reyes up to the stage, everybody. Danielle Reyes about to do something big for us. We're so excited for this, okay? Danielle gets up there and she takes that urn and she smashes it, and then she does this act.
And it's gold.
And it's gold. But this acting that she does, I mean, at this point, I need her to come on this podcast and do this act with us. Actually, Tiffany, you have some old roles and scripts that you probably have. We're going to do a script with Danielle because her acting skills are so good that she just looks very... Okay, I'm going to do something a little different, guys, to really show you guys
I'm going to make an
here.
Unselfish move.
She decides, she goes, I'm just so tired of them being targeted, so I'm going to pick Dolores. And I swear, Black Dolores almost got up and slapped Danielle. She almost had a housewife moment.
Not yourself? Okay.
What about Danielle?
Not yet. Because this is the first. Danielle is in her bag. Danielle earns a win.
What bag, Tiff?
Well, she is in her winning bag because Danielle decides to. She won. She made an unselfish move. She saved Dolores. Okay. She chooses Dolores and she has to remove either Derek or Tom. She decides to remove Derek from the wall.
What was your reaction?
Derek is completely flabbergasted by this because, one, she didn't choose her own picture. 2, she doesn't know Tom from a can of paint, and Derek and her are supposed to be working together, but it could look as if she's trying to establish some kind of relationship with Tom. She wants to, Derek, I got you, or maybe I don't got you. I'm taking yours off, Derek, because I needed a shield and you didn't give me one. And Derek, it is not adding up to this detective. His spidey senses are going off and it is not adding up.
Now, let me tell the audience so they know. We have now went from addition to multiplication at this point. So it is 2 times 2, which equals 4. Okay? And Danielle is doing a math problem that is 2 times 5 that equals 50. Because I don't understand how in the world she would think in her head.
But we do know 2 times 5 is not 50, right?
No, we know that. That's what I'm getting at. No, I'm just saying in Danielle's world, the math is not adding up, okay?
I mean, the math ends up getting worse.
And it ended up getting worse.
Danielle wins another riddle. She solves another riddle. She has another.
At this point, Tom Riddle, come in. Tom, use your wand, use your Harry Potter wand, and make this make sense. Because his Leviosa isn't working at this point. And Abracadabra is not working at this point. And wash, 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 boom is not working. Because none of these, we need a wand. I put, you know I got Harry Potter wands.
I know.
You know when this was happening, I pulled out one of these damn wands.
Levioso. Esperanza. Wish I had mine. It's downstairs.
As soon as she go up there again, I go, please, Danielle, pick your picture. And what does she do, Tim?
She says, fine. Fine. I'm choose Derek.
How she do it, Tim?
I'm gonna choose Derek.
And then Black Dolores is now not having it. Now she's really not having it.
Chriselle.
Yes.
And puts Derek up there. And then Dolores says, well, don't you think you're going to get murdered too?
And then here comes the Academy Oscar Award Danielle.
Dolores, stop. Was she getting them? I'm not buying it. Stop that shit. And them tears.
How did she do it? How did Danielle stand up in there and do it, Tim?
Where's the meme of me? Where's the meme of me when I was playing that game?
And I lost.
I lost.
It was so bad. She was up there like this, just holding the picture. She's just.
Are you regretting your decision? Yes.
I don't want to get killed.
She does realize that she is making some very irrational game moves and not playing as a traitor. And that's what's hard for people who keep it real. That's why I'm a little afraid of having to be a traitor, because I am authentically myself. Whether you like me, love me, hate me, I don't care. I can't change who I am, and I'm not.
Yeah, I get that.
So to be a traitor, you have to put up this facade, and you have to move and operate as if you're not.
I agree.
And you have to play as a faithful. But when you're not a faithful, it's hard to play as a faithful. And in this moment, with this mission, she is playing as if she's safe. And we already know that the only people safe from murder are traitors.
Of course. And that's what I'm saying. This doesn't make any sense. And I do want to say this. Danielle does catches herself after she does this and realizes.
What's too damn late?
It is too damn late.
You saved two people who weren't you.
I don't want to be I would say this, Tiffany. I'm right there with you.
You got Derek looking at you crazy. You got
Brittany
Boston Rob looking at you crazy. You got Brittany looking at you crazy. You got Dolores looking at you crazy. You took Chriselle off the wall so she doesn't get a shield. She's looking at you crazy.
Tom's looking at you crazy.
You saved Tom. Tom's looking at you crazy. Alan don't know what the fuck. Alan definitely know you crazy because he know who you are. Carolyn is looking at you like you're crazy. You got a majority of the house is looking at you like you're crazy.
But I will say this. Me, as a person who loves TV and entertainment, I am enjoying all this crazy entertainment. It is,
okay.
It is, of course, as a game player and someone who is a friend to both of us and we care about and I know we love, it is hard to watch. Mm-hmm. But as somebody who loves entertainment on TV, after this episode, she had me so stressed. I wanted to jump through the TV. I've never wanted to absolutely abracadabra through the TV
Esperanza.
so damn hard. Esperanza through the TV so damn bad. Because I was like, but I agree with you, Tim. If I had to go in the game of traitors, I don't want to be a traitor. I want to catch the traitors. Put me in faithful.
Oh, let me be quiet.
Put me as a faithful, because I'm going to snip them out so damn quick, I don't even care. I'm getting one on week 1, okay? I'm telling you. Or week day 1, I'm getting a traitor. But I'm just saying, it's a lot. Okay, now, after this crazy challenge, I want to say who ends up with the shields. The people that end up with the shields is Sierra, because Sierra was not playing. She was the last person to take a guess. She got the question. It was only one question left. She knows she needs a shield because she's worried that they're going to come after her. And then I think the other person that gets the shield was Dolores. Dolores ends up getting the shield, which Dolores didn't even have to do anything to get the shield, which kind of also shows where she's kind of at in the game, which, hey, nothing wrong with that. She ain't got her other housewives friends, but it seemed like other people want to keep Dolores there. Okay, Tiff, do we want to go right to the round table? Or we want to kind of, I feel like we kind of.
Well, I mean, we have to talk about we have to build up how we get to the round table in the car ride home. Danielle is with Wes, Ivar, and Dylan. And she knows in this moment that I look suspicious and I need to get this suspicion
No,
off.
she knows in this moment that she fucked up.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So what Derek said. And so, you know, she's like, I know it looks crazy, but I have a theory. And I didn't want to say this because I wanted to wait until the right time, whatever, but no one's saying this person's name. I believe this person is a traitor. And I'll tell you who it is. And I think it's a woman. And they go, who is it?
You have to say it, as they said. You have to say it.
It's Carolyn. So Danielle has started planting the seed of Carolyn, the doubt of Carolyn in the minds of Wes, Ivar, Dylan. And Dylan looks, he looks so disappointed, as if I thought you were really going to give me a name. I definitely thought you were going to give me somebody that was going to hit the hammer on the head, that I was going to be like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe I didn't see that. You're absolutely right. That person's a traitor.
He's tired.
The air deflates completely out of his balloon. Wes is giving pretty much the same thing. He's like, oh, that's what you came up with? Okay. And I think that he is thinking some suspicion around Danielle.
But he's too focused on Boston Rob.
He is. And Wes, I don't see Wes as a person who likes to be wrong, and I don't think that he likes to speak out about things until he's sure. And so I think that his suspicion around Danielle is just in his pocket right now. When we get to the castle, Chrishell pulls Boston Rob, and she is just so disturbed by their car ride, because in their car, Boston Rob tells Nikki, he plants a seed between Nikki and Chrishell that on Bob's way out, he had mentioned that he thought Nikki was a traitor. And Nikki has this a genuine reaction like, me? Oh my God, I thought we were cool. And that response rubs Chrishell the wrong way. It just means suspicion to her. She can't believe, just something about the way that Nikki responded to that just didn't sit well with her. And she's noticing that, she's been acting a little different, and she feels uncomfortable about this because she's one of her best friends. And so Boston Rob's like, oh, okay. He has absolutely zero reaction to Chrishell's admission of, I think that you might be onto something about Nikki. Well, Derek, Wes, Rob, Danielle, and Brittany, our Survivor the Challenge BB crew, are having a little meeting. And Wes is leaning towards Nikki again. And Derek is very focused on Sierra. And so now we're at the round table, and we will see what happens. What happens, Derek?
Yes, so we're at the round table, and Ivan, okay, Mr. Ivan, your royal, Ivar. decides that he wants to speak up. He wants to be the first one to talk. You know, in case you guys don't know who he is from the royal family. He is gay. I gotta even claim him because I don't want to claim him. But he starts by saying, hey, the names that are being passed around tonight are as follows. Nikki, Sierra, and Boston Rob. And these are the names that are being thrown around. Love for you guys to speak up and give us why you're not a traitor and really have to explain yourself. And Boston Rob looks a little bit flourished. She's a little bit like, how could you say my name? Why would you dare say my name? You know? And Boston Rob starts by saying, hey, I'm not a traitor. I'm a faithful. And the reason why I'm a faithful is because of, you know, this. So then he goes into talking about why he's a faithful. I think it's first time he spoke to him. Did he bring up Bob Q?
Well, he brought up the fact that he was.
What made him feel like?
Well, Ivar brings up the fact that it has been Wes mentioned that the way to tell someone is a traitor, you know, a traitor would know another traitor is a traitor 100% if they're a traitor. And
which he said that at the dinner table. Did he say that at the round table?
He said that at the round table.
Oh, I didn't know that. I must have missed that.
At the round table. And that's when Bob defended his actions and the way he came after Bob by saying, I started to full court press Bob when I started to full court press him because he immediately turned on me. Well, if I'm a traitor, you're a traitor. And that to me was an admission of guilt. That to me was suspicious because that's what guilty people do. And he defended himself very well.
He did defend himself very well. And, you know, it kind of just like, not saying it didn't go in one ear out the other. It just kind of just was like, okay, got it. You spoke up. Now it's time for, you know, Sierra to speak. And Sierra's just like this, which I don't blame her. She's just like, okay, I mean, you guys think I'm a traitor, so I got to talk anyway. Mm-hmm. And I will say this, even with Sierra talking this time around, I think Derek has dropped that seed of cursing on her that I didn't hear her curse one time as her speaking this time around. Because she's like, I don't want to give you guys no reason to make that cursing that you thought Derek dropped was real.
Yeah.
So she's like, you know, I'm not a traitor. And I understand. I'm just trying to figure out who put me in this coffin because when they put me in this coffin, it just threw me for a loop. And the only person I could really think of is Nikki. So Nikki's like, you talking to me? Okay. Well, let me go into why I'm not a traitor.
Her theory behind that is that it makes sense if a traitor would put themselves in the coffin to throw everyone off that they're not a traitor. Well, Jeremy wasn't a traitor. I am not a traitor. It's got to be you, Nikki.
Mm-hmm. Also, I will say this. Them throwing these people in the coffin are definitely working out for them.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like they fell right into the trap of thinking a traitor has to be in the coffin.
They did.
And it's going to be crazy. Not just saying foresee it, but when they find out later on that none of them were that were traitors, and they make it or whatever, they're going to feel really freaking stupid. Because now, just wild. So Nikki goes on explaining how she's not a traitor and how she also thinks that Sierra is a traitor. And she really doesn't explain
back and forth.
They go back and forth. These girls are going at it. You know, to the point that Sierra's like, oh, you got to be kidding me. Like, this is ridiculous. Yeah. I know Sierra wanted to say fuck so bad.
Yeah.
I know she does, but she is holding on to not giving Derek a reason. Okay? Now, while all this is happening, this is what's happening on the other side of the table.
Well, before that, because they kind of went around a little bit, and Nikki says, I don't believe Rob is a traitor. Because Rob says he's 100% not a traitor. Nikki does not believe Rob is a traitor. And Sam says,
Thank God.
Well, I tell you this. If Rob is not dead tonight, then I'm on him tomorrow. For sure.
Let me me tell you one thing. I'm gonna give you this. Mr. Britney Spears' ex, he been quiet this whole entire time, and maybe there's a reason why he's been quiet. But for him to hit the nail in the coffin,
well, that was so.
Oops, he did it again, baby.
It was such great gameplay because if he
Fluster
dies
lost and Rob.
tonight, well, then it's obvious that Rob's the traitor.
Traitor.
Because you can't kill. I said this in front of everybody. I'm on to you. If you here tomorrow, I'm on to you.
Love that.
So
and then that
how
also
can
means
Rob
if you
be
kill,
like, okay, well, I got to kill him? You can't.
right? He can't. You can't. You can't. Smart. You can't. You can't kill him. You kill him.
And if he is here tomorrow, everybody should be looking at him.
Everybody.
Why Rob ain't dead?
Why Rob ain't dead? But you know who is about to die? I have something. This is really hard for me to speak up and say. Okay, it's really hard for me because I feed off of people's energy, and just say this, like, I don't want to burn two birds, you don't want to kill two stones, but I just want to say this. It was really hard for me because when we were in the car the other day, earlier today, and we were talking about, what happened, and, they mentioned, that Bob's drag queen said your name, Nikki, your reaction was just not, it was just like weird to me. It was just not what I was expecting, and your energy has shifted towards me, and it's just really it's just really hard for me right now. It's just it's just really hard for me to talk right now about this because it's just so hard, and I'm all about energy. And if your energy is off and the universe is not, or the other universe, or the center of the universe, because there's 9 planets, I can't really figure out where you're at.
You are the center of the universe, and now you're on the outside of the universe. And you were in the solar system. And then you became Pluto, and then you were still in the solar system, but then you left the solar system like Pluto, and then now you're outside of the solar system, and so it's like.
And the stars don't align. You're not one of the stars anymore.
And you're not dancing with the stars.
I think Nikki did Dancing with the Stars also. I think so. I think she did. I'm going to find out in the comments. If Nikki did Dance with the Stars, it's a wrap. So, this is obviously we're talking about Chrishell. She's having a hard time to throw Nikki underneath the bus. And this just kind of shocks Nikki. And she's just kind of like, damn, okay, I just lost, Chrishell, and then Gabby's just kind of looking like, I don't know what's going on. Gabby is like, this cannot be happening. Like, we cannot be targeting our Bambi girls. Like, we know we are faithfuls. And Sierra takes a perfect opportunity with this, and also just, also throws another shot at Nikki, and just like letting her know that she is a traitor. So, Nikki then goes off on the turn, and she does let everybody know she's not a traitor.
Hold on, can I have a turn?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Bob Q jumps in.
You mean Bob H?
Bob one of them.
Okay.
Bob. Wait, what was you about to say about Nikki?
No, I was just saying how Nikki was just praising once again that she was not a traitor. That was it. I was closing that statement. No, I wasn't jumping to that. No, it's okay. Go ahead, Bob H.
So then, I'm sorry, y'all. Slam me in the comments. Somebody gonna let me know at 1 minute and 37 seconds. And she's so rude sometimes. Bob says to Rob, after they got on Nikki, because they was coming down hard on Nikki.
They were coming down hard on Nikki, but I mean, what do you expect? If I think you're a traitor, I gotta get you out of here. And
Nikki does look really defeated, right?
She does, but she also looks really pretty. I love the outfit she had on. It was such a Hannah Chata outfit. You did. It had the choker,
Okay.
the jacket off the shoulders, off the elbows, hanging down, and she was sitting up there. Like, I just love that she just looks so proper.
Okay. Well, you know what? I felt for her because her fight back is kind of, it reminds me of myself. I ain't about to do all that. You know, I gave you me. I know who I am. I can only be me. I gave you 100% myself. I have told you who I am. I have showed you who I am. You all believe I'm somebody else. And if that's what you believe, that's what you believe. And Bob is like, yeah, I don't want us to forget about Rob though. I watched you before, you know. And if you were a traitor, it's such a badass thing to do, to come in and get out another traitor to establish your dominance. Like, that's such a Boston Rob thing to do.
Such a great move, he said. Such a great move.
It's a great move. Carolyn can't.
Eyes.
She's laughing at this.
Yeah, and girl, I'm telling you, at this point, she gonna go cross-eyed. She couldn't keep her eyes straight for one second.
She actually laughed. I was like, oh, well, that's what the edit was, her laughing. But.
No, she definitely laughed. And I think people, and let me tell you something, I love that everybody wasn't talking. Like, this was like, you're putting that filter out there. Now, Boston Rob, you got two people. Now, whoever you kill, now they just gave themselves shields. You can't kill Bob H, you can't kill Sam. They just called you out both at the round table. You kill one of them, the other one's going to know it's you. Beautiful. Everybody. Yeah, beautiful Bob H. And I think that this also was good for Wes because he's like, great. This is already, people are already thinking what I'm thinking. Carolyn and Danielle are already like, great. But it's time to vote, Tiffany. Alan says, all right, it's time for you to write down the names. Go ahead. They write down the names. And I think he says we're going to start with... Derek. Was it Derek? Mm-hmm. We're going to start with Derek. Here goes Derek. Oh. And Derek writes down... Everyone correct. Did he write down Nikki? Mm-hmm. Surprise. Look, I guess Sierra, don't be saying that. Don't be cursing. Because he's going to come right back and write your name down.
Well, Sierra had a shield, right?
No, but the shield only protects you against the traitors. It does not protect you from the round table.
Got it. Okay.
Yes. So he said Nikki, and then I'm sorry. I just hope that you're not a traitor, but I just have to go with my gut because I'm not here to make an alliance. I'm here to get the traitors. Nikki.
Tom said Nikki. Brittany said Nikki. Sierra said Nikki.
I also want to give Brittany her flowers because Brittany was like, oh, coming into this, just to let you guys know, it was going to be Nikki versus Sierra because y'all were having this tension all day. Give Brittany Hayes more green screen time.
Yes, I love that.
I'm missing that, and it's hard for me. Like, I don't.
They really
I do agree.
They really missed Brittany's personality, not making her a traitor.
I agree. I agree.
We're not getting to see Brittany.
We're not. And I feel bad because I had a friend who was watching it and he was like, yeah, let's get rid of all the boring ones. Also that one with the blonde hair. I was like, Brittany Hayes is not boring.
Yeah.
I had to sit down and show him Brittany Hayes' green screen moments on YouTube. I was like, she's not boring. Don't get it twisted. Yeah. It's just the edit. And there are things that they are editing out. There. Yes, there's also things I found out that they edit out, and I felt bad because I was like, "Damn." Okay, so yes, we continue the voting. As we're going, Dylan, look, part of the Boston Rob crew. I'm up his ass too, aka Dylan. Okay, he goes, Gabby, the whole entire room. What? What did he say?
He said he's frustrated with the Sierra and Nikki thing, so I went with Gabby.
And I'm going to stand on that, he said.
Oh, okay.
Gabby said, Gabby was pissed. She was like, oh, interesting. As they continue, Nikki says, Sierra.
Well, yeah, Carolyn is Nikki. Wes says Nikki. Ivar says Nikki. Rob says Nikki. Danielle says Nikki. Gabby says Nikki. Nikki says Sierra, though.
Yes, Nikki did say Sierra. Yes. So, Nikki ends up getting voted out.
I do want to say, Derek Levasseur said, previous to them going into roundtable, that he expected this roundtable to have a majority vote, not for it to be scattergory like it was or it has been. He's like, I expect it to be one or two people, but I expect it to be like a majority of the people will vote for one or two. And he read that room pretty accurately.
He did. Nikki gets up there and she lets them know, I'm just want to tell you guys, don't judge people based on how they are, on their personality. Because, Sierra came at Nikki and was letting her know, like, everything with you is just the same tone on everything. No, and she's like, well, I'm not a very boisterous, very super loud type of personality. I don't have to be like that. All faithfuls don't have to be like that, which is true. Get it. Everybody has different personalities. That's what makes this show. But she gets up there and lets people stop judging people on their personality and, like, look at everything else. She's like, well, look, one good thing is that I'm going home to my kid. I'm excited. But for you guys, you just lost another faithful. And they just, Chriselle.
I gotta give it to Nikki.
Okay.
She walked up there. She casually walked up there. No theatrics, no dramatics. She stood in her circle. And I really was wanting to hear what she was going to say. And all eyes were on her, of course, but just like they were waiting on their aha moment. And she says, what I leave you with is that we're all born different, with all different personalities. We're different. We come from different places. And don't judge people on the way you think that they should play this game. The win for me is I get to go home to my son, and I felt that. The loss for you is you just lost another faithful.
And after this happens, the Bambi girls and Sierra, they're having a whole cry breakdown after this. Got it. Okay, everybody feels stupid. Once again, we got rid of another faithful. But we cut to a scene with...
I do want to say, if I can say one thing.
Yes.
I think that she made a very valid point. And a lot of these games, like Big Brother especially, but this one, Big Brother and Traitors both highlight stereotypes and biases. And I think that this game makes people look at themselves in a more reflective way of what was it about Nikki that made me so convinced that she was a traitor and she wasn't. And the things that you say to people in your accusations, in your convictions, in your assumed confirmations of why you are supporting the fact that they are a traitor when they actually are not. I think that it would make me not sleep so well at night. If I was any of them, and people are like, oh, it's okay, we were wrong, it's a game. It's a game, but you are in real life judging and assassinating a person's character based on your own assumptions and judgments and prejudices of them, and you are wrong. I'm not saying that it's impossible to do. It's very possible to do. It's the easiest thing to do. The easiest thing to do is to be wrong about somebody you don't know.
True. But guess what, Tiff? That's what makes it a game. That's why it's like, think about it. The game is also teach you a way of life a little bit. We judge people in life on a daily.
Well, I think
social
it teaches
media.
you a lot about yourself.
Yes, it teaches you a lot about yourself, but we do judge people on social media. We judge people what they're doing, their actions, how they act, everything. So the same thing is going to happen in the game because that's all you have to go off of. And you have to just go off of what you feel, how they made you feel, what you saw, what you thought. And then it's also like, it's what it is. Nikki making that one face gave Chris Shaw like a whole scenario of, okay, now she's made this face. She's not in the universe of the 9 planets. Like, the whole aura is off. And now other people have threw it out there. Wes has threw it out there in the beginning, started the Nikki train. And then now look where we are. That's how it is. But Tiff, I agree. I definitely agree. The game will teach you the ways of life, but also how it is, especially Traitors and Big Brother. We're in a house when it comes to Big Brother. So all we're doing is reading what you're doing. How you walk, how you talk, how you act, how you respond, all that. Same thing with Traitors. Good morning. Could you imagine?
I mean,
Tiffany would have said, y'all don't know how to say good morning. Everybody in Traitor House would be like, she's a traitor. I'd be like, yes, she's a traitor. Okay, but yes, Tiffany, thank you for saying that because I think that's important, especially for people to understand, especially when it comes to these type of games. And I love that we do have these different personalities because everybody comes from a different planet. Nikki comes from a wrestling planet. She's an athlete. Her job is to be a professional wrestler, but she's also there to entertain. But she also is like, this is me, baby. I'm very this. I'm not a Bob the drag queen. I'm not a yes, ma'am, God, boo, boo. Pow! Okay? She's like, this is me. I'll look you in your face, look you in your eye. And also, Nikki was the only person I gotta give credit to. She gives the best eye contact to whoever's talking. She lets you know I'm not backing down from any of y'all. So she's a queen. I'm gonna give her that. She will be missed, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm very happy. I'm just happy we didn't get out another person that was entertaining. Because I can't handle another person that's entertaining leaving the show. I need entertainment to watch the show. I'm gonna cut to this scene and you can hop in at any moment. Dylan.
What about Sierra at the table saying, I know I'm next? Okay, but go ahead.
She did. I don't blame her. I was the same thing.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, oh yeah, Sierra, if they know Nikki is not the traitor, then they definitely think you're the traitor.
You're the traitor. Yeah, she's like, I'm next.
But
you know what? It sucks because it's like, if she is next, they're really gonna be looking stupid because now they just got rid of all 3 of the people that were in the casket, and none of them were traitors. So now what? Now it's like Boston Rob really can't skate by that at that point. We cut to Dylan talking to Carolyn, and what happens to?
I want to back up one step.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, yes, you do need to back up one step. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. Well, after the round table, Derek pulls Wes. And this is honestly like the meetup I was kind of waiting to happen because I haven't seen them like gaming together so much. But Derek tells Wes he trusts him 100%. And I genuinely believe that is true. I think that Derek has a really good read on the game and on people and who he feels like he should work with. And I know that there's
is that, Tiff?
A respect level there between the game players, Wes and Derek. But he tells them he trusts him 100% and that he does not trust Rob. And Derek is fairly confident that Rob is a traitor. And he's right about this. Like, he is. It's not even surprising. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm watching from a viewer, but Wes is playing as a faithful. You can tell he literally doesn't know. Like, he's not as confident as Rob, and Derek makes these, he lays out these bullet points to us. Like, he's so confident. He comes in, he has no fear. He's not worried about anything. And it's more than just personality. It's because he doesn't have to worry about it. This is not just a character he's playing. He is legitimately safe from murder. And Derek says, if Rob's smart, he murders me tonight. I think because he's feeling exactly like Sam.
Yep. And also Bob H.
Yeah. Oh, that's who I meant. Is that who I meant? I meant Bob H.
No, I'm just saying. No, you said Rob. I'm just saying,
no, Sam.
Sam said it at the table.
Yeah.
Bob H came at Rob. Now Derek's talking to Wes. Mm-hmm. There's 4 people now say it's Rob because Dylan can't figure it out. He can figure out everybody else, but he can't figure out his butt buddy. So after that conversation, which I'm glad Derek said that, because this is where, like I said, Tiff, Detective Derek is now here. You know, he's in the house. But we cut to Dylan and Carolyn in the kitchen talking. And Dylan, you know, he looks at Carolyn and he's like, listen, you know, someone who I really trust, or someone I like, or however he tried to build it up, you know, said something. Carolyn's like, you could tell me. Now, this is where Carolyn kind of lets her wall down from her act. And she's being a little bit of Carolyn, okay? She's like, you could tell me, you could trust me. And he goes, it is Danielle's, threw your name out there.
What did you say?
Yeah. Right. That's exactly what she wanted to say.
Typical Carolyn in this game is like,
Yep.
And then, no, just tell me.
Yep.
Danielle's been saying your name.
Yep.
What the fuck you say?
It's like a whole nother Carolyn.
I know she didn't. Wait a minute.
Right. I this whole entire time been running around this castle.
What?
Trying to target Boston Rob, and this whole time I need to be worried about Danielle. Now, we cut at that. We do get previews.
Snapped back on Earth.
We get previews for next week. I'm so tired. I'm like the Nene League meme right now. I'm so tired.
Here go. Before we even get to next week, here go Carolyn to Dylan on his way out. No. Tell her to bring it to the round table. I want her to. No, bring it to the round table. You don't
stress.
Don't try to stop her, Dylan. Let her bring it to the table. Oh, you want to shake the table.
Ooh, she's shaking the table. Okay. You know, Tiffany, I will say with the previews of next week, based on the previews, I don't know why I feel like Alan just set down the traitors, because based on how it was cut, it just looks like the 3 traitors are at the round table. But when they get to that turret, Carolyn lets it be known. Even Rob's like, hey, we're all supposed to be working together. Carolyn lets it be known. I don't want to work with y'all. I want to kill y'all both.
There's no one in this house that I would rather kill more than you, either one of you.
That's wild.
There's nobody else I would rather kill but the 2 of you.
You know what? I do have to say this. I do appreciate it. Appreciate the game of Traitors being completely flipped around. Usually, you know, the Traitors kind of work together for a little bit and they kind of stir a little bit, but not this too much.
No,
this is like this is like this.
Egos, but Carolyn's not even in egotistical. I just want to go on record right now.
Okay, we're ready, and we're gonna finish this up because I know we've been on for a while.
I love Carolyn. I love watching her. I love watching her play. I love the frazzledness that she is able to display. I love how she can turn it on, turn it off. I love that she's always watching, observing. She's listening and watching more than she's talking. I just love her as a traitor. I love it.
No, I love it too. She's very theatrical with her faces. I love Carolyn. I will say this. I love Danielle. I'm always
I
going to
ain't
have
taking no
love for
love
Danielle.
from nobody. I'm just saying I do.
No,
love
on
Carolyn.
record. No, I'm just saying that. No, absolutely. Love Carolyn. Love Danielle. I love, Bob, the drag queen. I'm going back to what I said week 1. I don't care for Boston Rob. I'm back to it. I'm sorry, Tiff.
No, I can understand.
Because based on how he's acting and how he acted in the turret, to me, you know what? I get it. There's money on the line. We all got to be, it's a game, so I get that. It's just sometimes it doesn't come off like a game. Like, sometimes it just comes
it's not
off
a game
like,
to him.
like he's selfish. Like, I just don't care for
because
it.
it's not a game to him. There are certain things I respect is earned. I get it. I'm not saying I like him. I love him. I'm not. I don't have an affection for him. I love watching Carolyn. I do.
Oh, me too.
Carolyn,
she's
she
very
does it for
entertaining.
me.
Yeah, she's helping this season, but with everybody, I love watching everybody, but we can't get rid of any more gamers or entertainers. That's all I can say at this point, because I can't handle it. I need people to entertain me. But other than that, Tiff, of course, we are now at episode 5. We have recap episode 5. Tiff, do you have any last minute thoughts? Do you have anything you want to add? Anything you would like to say on record while it's on recording?
Yeah, I'm sorry for cutting you off earlier. I thought you had jumped to the circle of truth. So
No, you don't have to be sorry, Tiffany.
But,
I'm not worried about you.
I'm sorry to the fans. I'm not the fans. I'm sorry to the viewers. I'm sorry to the subscribers.
Just really, tell me you are in the same universe. Your energy was off, and I just.
It was, and my energy was all over.
Yeah, and I just. So hard for me to say this, but Tiffany.
I keep thinking that's a condom, but I ain't gonna say nothing. I was trying to hold it.
Go have your vitamin C.
Every time I see it, I'm like.
Go have your vitamin C, guys. Stay warm if you're in the cold. Have a good weekend, guys. Thank you for staying with us. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.